right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Caught on camera, mayhem outside a popular Metrolink station.
All these people just running away from the Metrolink.
A teen shot 1 week after a woman was murdered. Tonight, neighbors question if safety has left the station.
Stormy pattern returns. Less than 24 hours until another round of storms rolls across the region. When and where the strongest storms will be.
In the red, another dismal start to the Cardinals season with losses piling up on and off the field.
The cost of everything has gone up, and they're not going to come down here and spend money if they don't have a team to really get excited about.
More on the Redbird Blues later. First, a warm night for Cardinals fans at Busch Stadium. The skies are quiet right now, but that could all change 24 hours from now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Just hours ago, some storms moved through south of St. Louis. However, there's a bigger threat of severe weather tomorrow. Tuesday is a storm alert day. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with the latest Weather First forecast.
Yeah, we are going to be tracking these storms here tomorrow evening. About this time, they'll be approaching St. Louis. So we have the alert for tomorrow because of the strong storms. Tuesday after 8 p.m. Could have some gusty winds. There could be some large hail. There's also a tornado risk with this. And of course, nothing happening around St. Louis right now. It's quiet, and it'll stay that way overnight tonight. The action's up in Iowa, back into Nebraska and Colorado. It is eventually that system that will pull on to the east, grab those jet stream winds, and create a lot of thunderstorms tomorrow evening. So at about 6 o'clock tomorrow night, from Kirksville to west of Columbia, we'll be tracking that line of storms. It comes into our western counties around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, pushes towards St. Louis. Some of the stronger storms certainly capable of producing hail and winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. And then they press east and southeast of St. Louis from about midnight until 1 o'clock, moving out of the area shortly thereafter. The severe threat, right now, it's a level 2 for St. Louis. This will be reevaluated overnight by the Storm Prediction Center and updated early tomorrow morning. Of course, we'll track these storms that we expect to develop tomorrow, but tomorrow's not the only threat this week. We'll see you in a few minutes and talk more about that, Mike.
And when we do go into storm alert, the Weather First team will constantly update the forecast on air on KSDK.com, the 5 on Your Side app, and streaming on 5 Plus. You can also text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll send the latest forecast to your phone.
Tonight, police are searching for 2 suspects in a shooting at a St. Louis Metrolink station. The violence was caught on camera Saturday at the station near DeBoliver and Forest Park Parkway. Annie Krall is live tonight outside St. Louis Police Headquarters after speaking to a witness. Annie.
A fist fight that ended in a 17-year-old girl being shot at the Metrolink station. We're about to show you video of that fight, and I will warn you, it might be tough for some people to watch. Surveillance video at the Forest Park DeBoliver station shows a fight Saturday night between 2 girls. A man pulls out a gun, hands it to one of the girls, then takes it back to open fire again on the 17-year-old, eventually hit in the arm. Barbara Rodriguez lives in a Pershing Avenue apartment and was driving by right before 8 p.m.
I just hear these screams, like this girl screaming, like really, like traumatically screaming. And then I look and I see this girl on the ground and she's bleeding profusely from her arm.
A traveling nurse at a children's hospital, Rodriguez thought about getting out to help, but she saw a police officer already putting what looked like a tourniquet on the unidentified girl.
I mean, if I was working that night, she could have just been my patient that night, you know, or gone to the ER at the children's hospital. And, you know, that's very, very difficult to try to wrap my brain around because they're so young.
Young faces of suspects now posted on the wall next to the station. Metrolink rider Betty Douglas feels like she keeps hitting a wall again and again when talking about gun violence, especially after 19-year-old Jordan Gunn was shot and killed at that same station last Saturday.
The people that got shot up here, they will never get to go home. They won't have families. They won't have, you know, to live a decent life. And it's not worth it. We've got to slow it down. We've got to put these guns up. And if you got a beef with a person, fight. That's what we used to do. We'll fight and be friends the next minute.
Rodriguez now not planning to renew her lease after 2 violent weekends, despite loving the location.
So it's so convenient. And then I went to a Blues game, and it literally is right there. The Metrolink is so convenient. Now I won't go that way anymore.
We've repeatedly reached out to Metrolink about these recent shootings and have been directed back to the May 11th statement that says, in part, Metro Transit Public Safety stands steadfast in its commitment to our community's safety. Anyone with information about this shooting is asked to contact police. Reporting live in St. Louis, Annie Kroll, 5 on your side.
And tonight, St. Louis police are looking for 4 people connected to a deadly weekend shooting in Midtown St. Louis. A 19-year-old was shot and killed near Olive and Compton, where hundreds gathered on a parking lot Saturday night. 3 others were hurt by gunfire. Police say they responded to the same area just 2 weeks ago, where a large crowd gathered and caused a disturbance. The St. Louis City Office of Violence Prevention is hoping to prevent another summer of youth crime.
We started doing more youth events around the city, so we're going to continue with those. We're also looking at extending the hours of the rec centers again. So it's a mixture of things we did last summer, but also some additional things we will be doing this summer.
The Office of Violence Prevention is also hosting a kickback event on June 15th to connect resources to family. Police are still looking for details on this shooting, though. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 866-371-TIPS. Well, tonight the Cardinals are celebrating the release of their new All-Red City Connect jerseys. This season, though, there haven't been many Redbird winners to celebrate. And when the Cards lose, local vendors and stores outside Busch Stadium do too.
Laura Barcheski is live outside Busch Stadium tonight with the pain those small business owners are feeling in their pocketbooks yet again, Laura.
Mike and Kelly, to quote the great Yogi Berra, it's like deja vu all over again. Even though the season just nearly started, businesses say they're already seeing a drop in sales, and they say the fans just really aren't showing up like they used to.
Baseball season is in full swing in the Lou. On Monday, the Cardinals officially released their new City Connect uniforms.
That came from a great song from Nelly, Country Grammar, and he's from the Lou and he's proud. So we thought, what better name to put on there than the Lou?
The team also recognized local hip-hop producer Metro Boomin. But business is not necessarily booming for local vendors and stores around the stadium.
It's really tough because you can just hear it with what they're saying in line. I can hear them, and they're not happy.
Karen Boschert owns K's Unique Dogs. You'll see her hot dog stands near 8th and Walnut and 8th and Spruce. She used to be one of 40 street vendors around Busch Stadium, but now she's one of about 10.
Well, I've been here for a long time, and I have 2 corners, and I might give up one of my corners if I don't start making some money because I don't want to lose like I did last year. So, and I don't want to do that because I love being the hot dog lady. I love being down here, but it's a lot of work, and when you're not having fans down here.
Last year, she lost $40,000 because people weren't coming to the games.
They both have to make a certain amount in order to stay open so that I can get paid and everybody else can get paid. So we got to get the people down here.
Another vendor selling other ballpark staples like peanuts and pretzels says while it can be tough, they're just happy they're able to have a spot on the coveted Cardinals sidewalks. Around the corner, brick and mortar clothing store Archer Curl recently closed 2 stores but kept the one in Ballpark Village.
Just doing the best, of course, because we're literally touching the stadium. So, you know, we have a lot of players come support us as well, too. So that's why we kept this location.
But even losing games affects them, too.
Hopefully, like I said, we have a great season and it booms again. But we definitely appreciate the support from the city.
Karen says to be in a comfortable place, she has to sell about 400 hot dogs per game. Tonight, she only sold 200. She says this upcoming Memorial Day weekend will be a good barometer for how the season's going to go, and she really hopes that the travelers return to the Lou. Reporting live downtown, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Laura. Well, the trash may be piling up in some St. Louis neighborhoods. The city's street department confirms to 5 on your side, a number of drivers called in sick today, causing more delays to trash collection. Residents are asked to leave their carts at the curb until they are emptied. The city says it's working with the union to address concerns of its employees. Memorial Day is 1 week from today. It's a day to pause and remember those who died while serving our country.
Hundreds of motorcycle riders are currently on a cross-country trip to honor the memory of all veterans. And tonight, they're making a pit stop in Wentzville. Our Robert Townsend takes us there.
On a sunny, picture-perfect Monday, more than 200 motorcyclists rolled into Wentzville from Columbia for a cool cross-country mission.
I want to honor those who didn't make it home from Vietnam.
They gathered at this VFW post for the evening. This week, the men and women are preparing for their 37th Run for the Wall, Tuesday's annual cross-country motorcycle ride to the Vietnam Wall in Washington, D.C., honors the memory of all veterans.
A lot of these guys were forgotten when they came home.
John Mooney from O'Fallon, Illinois, served 27 years in the Air Force. The Vietnam veteran is excited to mark his first Run for the Wall adventure.
We're going to go to Jefferson Barracks Cemetery down in St. Louis. Then we're meeting the rest of this group in Mount Vernon.
Organizers say Run for the Wall is also a chance for them to promote healing among all veterans and their loved ones. And remember, prisoners of war and those missing in action.
The people behind this wonderful event start planning it way back in January, and for everyone involved, it touches them in a unique way.
It is emotional.
VFW Post Commander and Vietnam veteran Ron Owens admits each year the event brings him to tears.
A lot of members that I've run across, you know, lost their brothers, lost their friends. Vietnam was brutal.
A time to salute and celebrate our past and present soldiers, true heroes like 91-year-old Jim Price from St. Charles.
I'm glad they're doing it every year.
The Korean War veteran can't wait to see these guys off come Tuesday morning.
I love them. I wish I could, like I said, I wish I could ride with them. That's wonderful.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
The motorcyclists expect to arrive in D.C. on Sunday. The annual Folds of Honor campaign, sponsored by Schnucks, is now underway. From now until May 28th, you can round up at the register. Money raised goes towards scholarships for spouses and children of fallen and wounded service members and first responders. 5 on Your Side is a proud partner.
It can happen in a flash, trapped in a car, surrounded by flooding. Tonight, our Verify team has life-saving advice to keep your head above water. Compliments to the cicada chef.
Insects are great to eat. They're high in protein.
The local cooking lessons using a pesky but plentiful ingredient to make some grub.
Severe threats after dark Tuesday and again on Wednesday for some of us. And that threat may stick around into the Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you in 7 minutes.
The Donald Trump hush money trial is now in the hands of the former president's defense team. The prosecution rested its case after 4 days of testimony from its star witness, attorney Michael Cohen. During today's cross-examination, Cohen admitted he conned the Trump organization out of tens of thousands of dollars. The judge admonished defense witness Robert Costello for his behavior on the stand. In the courtroom today, another group of Trump political allies, including Illinois Congresswoman Mary Miller.
Any sane judge, any normal judge would have dismissed his case by now. But this judge is corrupt and partisan.
Trump's attorneys did make another request to the judge to throw out the charges today. He has yet to issue a ruling. The jury is expected to begin deliberations next week.
4 family members are dead following a massive house explosion in southwest Missouri. Firefighters say the blast could be heard from miles away. Investigators say the home exploded so quickly it didn't even have a chance to burn. This happened Saturday night in Douglas County. That's about an hour southeast of Springfield. Investigators say the home was undergoing renovations, and they believe a propane tank sparked the explosion. The Verify team is dedicated to helping you distinguish between true and false information online.
A 5 on Your Side viewer found a post on social media explaining what to do if your car suddenly becomes submerged in water. She asked Ann Allred to verify it.
Last month, this driver was rescued in Rock Hill after flash flooding surrounded his truck. That same week in the Metro East, the driver of this car was pulled to safety. Flash floods can catch drivers by surprise. You may not have given the question much thought, but what do you do if your car suddenly becomes submerged in water? Kelly Albrecht from Baldwin thought she found the answer when she read this post on Facebook. She asked us to verify it. Our sources, Corporal Dallas Thompson, Missouri State Highway Patrol, and AAA. There are 3 pieces of advice in the post. First, don't waste your energy trying to push the door. Our experts say that's correct, so we'll put that claim in the true column. Second, do not open the window. The force of the water entering the car will not allow you to get out. This claim is false. You want to do the opposite.
As your vehicle enters into the water, the first thing you would want to do is immediately roll those windows down. It's going to take some time for the water to raise to the level to actually start pouring into the windows.
Our experts say rolling down those windows immediately gives you a way to exit the car, and you should get out as fast as you can. The third claim, take out the head restraint, use the steel sharp tip, and break the back window that has kick-out glass on it. Our experts say undecided. Some cars have tempered glass, which is easier to break, and this might work, but newer cars have laminated glass, which is nearly unbreakable. Corporal Thompson has never heard of kick-out glass, which is also mentioned in the post. We can verify if your car is submerged in water, you should immediately roll down the windows, swim out of the window and get to safety, then call 911. I'm Ann Allred, 5 on your side.
As far as vehicle escape tools, there are so many on the market, we can't verify if they work as a whole. But AAA did test 6 tools. 4 were able to break tempered glass, and none were able to break laminated glass. What would you like Ann to verify? Send her an email to verify@ksdk.com.
Cicadas are gnarly looking, noisy, and apparently nutritious.
Ugh.
Today, they were on the menu at the Butterfly House.
Cheers to another happy cicada emergence, everybody. Oh, good.
No. The Bug Chef cooked up dishes like cicada scampi and Scott's favorite, spicy deep fried cicadas. He says not only are they tasty, the periodic bugs have more protein than pork or eggs. They're high in iron, low in fat. However, they're not healthy for everyone.
These animals are so closely related to things like crabs and shrimp and other crustaceans that if you're allergic to one, you might be allergic to the other. So before you go in and trick someone into eating something, it's a good idea to make sure that you're not accidentally exposing them to an allergen.
Around 2 billion people eat insects as part of their daily diet. The Butterfly House is hosting 2 cicada cooking demonstrations on Friday afternoon. We have more information in the As Seen on TV section at KSDK.com, Kelly. Beware, due to demand, they will not be offering tastings, but I'm sure, Kelly, you can cook some up at home
Unless
this weekend.
they taste like, even if they tasted like chicken, I would not eat a cicada.
No, and
no.
heck no.
No, you can put,
come on, a little garlic.
No amount of garlic butter.
Yeah, a
for me
little
to
garlic
eat
and
one.
butter, you can get that, no problem.
No.
Oh, okay. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell's back with
Tastes like chicken.
with the Weather First forecast. Would you eat one, Scott?
Sure, not.
Would you?
You know,
No.
not like that, but
yeah,
if you had to, you have to. They were singing a lot this weekend, though.
When do you have to?
Yes.
Well, some people do have to eat, you know. 2 billion people
If
have
you're on
insects for their bugs.
Yeah, well, Survivor.
Because they want to, I think.
Yeah, but they must find it tasty, right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow it's hot. We're starting with a 10-day forecast because we have weather alerts here for tomorrow into Wednesday, and it's because of the threat of severe weather. Really, there's a window tomorrow night of about 4 hours. It starts in about 24 hours, and then we'll have an opportunity on Wednesday for some more storms across the region. At this point, though, everything is to our north and west, but it's a noisy night around Omaha, heading back out east of Denver. The High Plains lit up with a lot of lightning tonight, but not for us. We had that one cell earlier, well south of St. Louis. It died. However, because this is going to be kind of an event that lasts all week long, the unsettled pattern, if you do have travel plans, not only the next few days, but even into the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, be prepared because there are going to be delays. Tomorrow during the day, no problems other than you need to stay hydrated. It is going to be hot. Low 90s, record highs 93, we'll flirt with that, but dry all day long. Heading into tomorrow evening, here are the storms between 7 and 9 coming in from the northwest and from the west. So as we go towards 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, they're pressing into the metro area, into the metro east, and then down to the south. Some of these storms have the potential to have some hail, some gusty winds, certainly downpours and lightning. Probably the biggest threat's going to be from gusty winds and the potential for some scattered power outages. By the time we get to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, most of this is pressing away. We'll get a bit of a break as we start the day on Wednesday. Then it gets kind of murky. Where will the storms develop on Wednesday? The better energy and the better fuel for those storms likely to be south and east of St. Louis. So the potential for stronger storms seems to be higher as you go along and east of 44 in Missouri and along and south of 70 as we go into Illinois. Now, as we push towards later Wednesday evening, we think things will settle down a bit and we should get another break before the chance of thunderstorms returns again Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Not raining continuously, but we have chances. 87 was the top temperature today. 92 is where we're headed tomorrow. Yes, near record heat, dry all day. Your severe weather threat will happen after 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. That's when we'll be in storm alert for sure. And we expect to see some strong winds, maybe some hail. Can't rule out a tornado, so make sure you have your phones charged tomorrow. Keep the devices charged, keep those notifications on, and have the 5 on Your Side app downloaded.
A lot of chances for storms in the next week or so.
Right through the weekend.
All right, Scott, thanks. Sports with Frank is next.
Mike, the Cardinals are hitting, but is it enough tonight? Caitlin Clark was in action, and we got a heavyweight boxer in town who you will want to see. We'll be right back.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
I don't want to get your hopes up too high, but the facts are the Cardinals have won 6 out of 8. The back end of the bullpen is out of sight, and guess what? They're hitting. This month, 3rd in batting average, 5th in OPS. The Orioles got to see it tonight. Mason Wynn continues to come through. 4th inning, a double to the corner. Alec Burleson scored, 2-0 Cardinals. Then in the 4th, here's something you didn't expect to see. Michael Ciani with a 3-run blast. The Cardinals led it 5-0. It was the Italian Stallions' first big league homer. Here's something you expected to see. Gunnar Henderson going deep for the O's. A 3-run bomb, his 16th, which is most in the big leagues. Keep in mind he's a shortstop. Now, take a look at the best player on the team, Ryan Helsley. He hasn't given up a run since Kelly Jackson was a radio talk show host. 15 straight scoreless outings. Helsley picks up his 14th save. Cardinals win it 6-3. We have a Game 7 in the NHL. Vancouver hosting Edmonton. The Oilers move the puck and get it to Cody Ceci, who has 3 career playoff goals in 75 games, and that was a rocket. They're celebrating in Edmonton. Oilers lead it 3-0 in the 3rd. Caitlin Clark in the Fever hosting the Sun. Caitlin had a big bucket to tie the game at 82. She had 17 points and 5 assists. But the Fever could not connect at the buzzer. They are now 0-4 after an 88-84 loss. If you love boxing, the Steel Shop in St. Charles is the place to be on Friday night. 8 fights on the card starting at 6 o'clock. And there's a heavyweight who went to Hazelwood Central who has a chance to be a champion. He's walking where he wants to go most, to do what he does best, knock people out.
It's a hell of a feeling. It's an exhilarating feeling.
Teeing off now.
You get a certain kind of rush, and then when the crowd is in tune with it.
Right hand by Shaw. Both guys letting their hands go.
And then if it's one of those crushing hard knockouts.
Downstairs, that's the one that hurt him.
31-year-old Stefan Big Shot Shaw has wrapped up the tape 21 times as a professional. He's won 19 times with 14 knockouts. And he knew at a young age this was going to be his job.
Some guys go in the backyard and play catch with their dad. My dad got on his knees and put me on the boxing gloves with him, and we wrestled around in boxing gloves.
Big Shot's whole life is boxing. His wife, Kendra, won a bronze at the USA Nationals.
Jab, bring up the middle, bring it right.
His father, Brian, trains him now. And you can't stump him on boxing trivia.
Beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
How about Ali's record?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. That's 56-5.
Shaw is 6'4" and 235 pounds.
Keep going, baby.
And he says the nickname works.
I land nothing but big shots.
And now the 4-time national champion is trying to make the next step in his career. He's ranked in the top 10 in America now and dreams about a title shot.
Again, it'll be truly a blessing from God. I'm looking to do good on that opportunity and win and capture the heavyweight championship if I get that opportunity. And I feel like I'll get it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
You didn't speed up that video. Those are some fast hands.
Nor did you get in his way either.
No, Tom Stasiak, our photographer on that. And here's the thing I love about him is he knows everything about the history of boxing. He knew about the Holmes fights, the Norton's fights, the Spinks records. He's really into it. Hope he's a champion one day.
Yeah, Frank, thanks. We'll be right back.
We are 28 days away until opening night at the Muni. Today, single show tickets went on sale. Some fans even lined up as early as 5:30 this morning at the box office in Forest Park. You can also buy tickets online. The 106th season opens June 17th with Les Miserables.
And Scott has a final checkup tomorrow, storm alert.
Yeah, and it's going to be during the evening hours, probably after 7 or 8 o'clock for us in St. Louis. The entire day is hot and mostly sunny. It's tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, probably wrapping up about 1, 2 in the morning when our severe threat exists. Another threat on Wednesday.
And there you have it, 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Be sure to start your day with Today in St. Louis. That starts at 4 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.